The iPhone 17 Pro Max is here, and we've got both models in the studio for a full review on the tech universe.
From its redesigned body with new materials, the promising camera control button, to improvements in camera, display, and performance, we'll thoroughly dissect each aspect, finding out if these changes are truly worth the money for a price tag exceeding $1,500 USD. Today we'll dive deep into every detail: design, screen performance, camera, battery, and finally, the most crucial question: is the iPhone 17 Pro Max the right move for you this year? Let's get started. First, let's talk about the design and how it feels in hand. A significant change this year. Apple has reverted to a premium aluminum frame instead of titanium like the previous Pro model. Immediately, you'll feel the difference. The phone feels more substantial, sturdier, but not uncomfortably so. The grip is genuinely excellent. It doesn't slip at all. And remarkably, I must admit, it's significantly more resistant to fingerprints than previous generations. This helps the phone maintain its clean look throughout use. And here, the orange version we have in hand. It's not just a new color. It brings a fresh, youthful vibe that truly stands out from the crowd. If you want an iPhone that expresses your personality and completely differs from traditional colors, this orange is definitely an unmissable choice. The next highlight is the completely new camera control button. This is a dedicated rotary adjustment knob for the camera, giving it a cool and professional feel. You can rotate it to switch shooting modes or quickly adjust settings, just like using a professional camera. However, despite its advantages, this button also has a drawback to note. If you use a poorly fitting case, it's very easy to accidentally press. Sometimes just putting it in your pocket can turn on the camera. Furthermore, this is also a spot prone to dust or even water ingress. Apple will need to optimize this further, or case manufacturers will need to be more careful. Moving on to the display. The iPhone 17 Pro Max still uses a premium OLED panel supporting 120 Hz ProMotion and extremely high brightness. The display experience is, simply put, superb. Vibrant colors, clear contrast, and perfect viewing angles, even when used under strong outdoor light. All content is displayed clearly without any difficulty. This remains a flagship-grade display you can completely trust. However, there's a small point I want to mention. When watching movies or streaming content on apps like Netflix, sometimes you'll find the sharpness a bit blurrier compared to downloaded content. This isn't a flaw of the screen or the device, but mainly due to streaming quality or app-what content format. And finally, if you've previously used older Pro or Max models, like the 16 Pro Max, then perhaps the leap in display on the 17 Pro Max won't immediately create a wow effect. The screen is still very good, but this is a gradual improvement, not a display technology revolution. The camera is where Apple has invested heavily in the iPhone 17 Pro Max. This year, the focus is on overall image quality rather than simply zooming further. Specifically, the telephoto lens has changed. From a 5x 12-megapixel optical zoom in the previous generation, the phone now uses a 4x optical zoom, but with a much larger sensor, up to 48 MP. Although 4x might sound like a step back compared to 5x, thanks to the larger sensor and more powerful processing algorithms, the resulting image quality is considered more practical and user-pleasing. In good lighting conditions, the iPhone 17 Pro Max produces extremely sharp images, true-to-life colors, wide dynamic range, and natural background processing. This is a consistent strong suit for Apple. The bokeh, background blur effect in portrait photos is also significantly smoother. Small details like hair strands or subject edges are cleanly separated from the background and appear much more natural. A big plus is that sharpness. Color and dynamic range are very well maintained across both the standard 3x and zoom 4x lenses. There's less noticeable disparity than in previous models, providing a consistent shooting experience. Additionally, RAW DNG photo capability shows excellent original detail, offering maximum flexibility for those who love professional photo editing. In low light, the phone handles noise very effectively, retaining many details, especially in complex background areas. However, the skin tone rendition is still not top tier for Asian complexions. Sometimes there's a slight yellowish cast or uneven coloring in poor lighting. This is an area where Apple could further improve. The front camera also features a new sensor, supporting convenient features like center stage, which keeps you centered in the frame during group selfies or video calls, and dual capture, recording video with both front and rear cameras simultaneously. Very useful for vloggers. But similar to the main camera, in low light conditions, the front camera still exhibits noticeable noise, and the quality isn't quite on par with a professional camera. In terms of performance, with the latest Apple A19 Pro chip, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is a true beast. All tasks, from heavy gaming, multitasking to app switching, are executed smoothly and without any lag. Another plus is that the phone runs cooler than some competitors in the same segment. However, make no mistake, this is still a flagship. When playing heavy games for extended periods, the phone will still get slightly warm, which is completely normal. Regarding iOS software, Apple maintains its consistent performance with subtle yet refined improvements, providing a seamless and intuitive user experience. However, if you're upgrading from the previous version, don't expect a complete overhaul of the interface or features. It's still familiar iOS, just better optimized. One of the most critical factors, battery. The iPhone 17 Pro Max has seen significant improvement. With normal usage, web browsing, taking photos, watching videos, the phone can easily last a full day of work and entertainment. Charging speeds have also been upgraded, significantly faster than the previous generation. While not game-changing like some Android rivals, it's enough to leave you satisfied without having to wait too long. However, if you're a power user, frequently playing graphics-intensive games, recording 4K videos, or keeping the screen at max brightness continuously, then my advice is to always carry a charger or power bank. Don't expect a flagship to last more than 2 days like slimmer, non-flagship phones, so with a price tag of around $1,500 USD. The biggest question is this iPhone 17 Pro Max really worth that amount? This is a tough question, but I'll share my perspective. If you're looking for a comprehensive flagship iPhone with a practically improved camera, a fresh new design, excellent performance, and a battery that lasts a full day, then the iPhone 17 Pro Max is definitely worth considering. It's a solid upgrade. But if you're currently using a recent high-end iPhone, such as a previous generation Pro or Max model, then upgrading to the 17 Pro Max might not offer a drastically different experience to justify spending $1,500 USD immediately. Carefully compare it with the reduced price of older models, and consider if the new design, improved camera, or battery are truly valuable to you.
Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, and see you in the next videos.